Hi everybody, it's AJ speaking. So this video is very different from my typical videos. This video is a public service announcement for my subscribers on X. Unfortunately, I must log out of my X account for a couple of days. And as a result, I cannot post anything, I cannot interact with anything, since I need to make sure my account is inactive for a minimum of 72 hours, uninterruptedly. So after I posted the text you see in front of you on X to my subscribers and posted this short little video on YouTube, this is exactly what I will be doing. You probably wonder why I have to do this. The reason is my account was over the last 4 weeks dramatically deboosted to, based on Grok estimates, to 90% or even slightly over 90%. I then had Grok analyze the available information on the X algorithm. X did release quite a bit about the algorithm, so and other people and other AIs analyzed the code, and there's a lot of content available online and also on X. And based on all this data and information, X made various recommendations, and the key recommendations were to delete the posts that were likely triggering a red flag and therefore causing a deboost. And after cleaning up my account for all these red flag posts, Grok recommended logging out of the account because according to Grok, this may trigger the algorithm to reset my account, or in other words, basically look at my latest account from a fresh start. And after I deleted all the flagged content, the hope is that the account then sort of gives me a new start and removes all the current deboosts that are on my account at present. There are a number of things I also learned from this analysis, because all the things are just summarized in quick or short. Grok explained in great detail, and I will not regurgitate everything, but the key points are that all language that is slightly controversial is resulting in a deboost. However, the degree of deboosting varies quite significantly. It can be just a tiny deboost and can be a very significant deboost depending on the choice of words. But even words like financial terms like bankruptcy will result in a deboost. And given my content is a word I would use all the time describing accurately certain situations. But also there's fault on my end because I have a very foul mouth, and that leads to a lot of swearing. So I had to, of course, delete all these words. But when you study all the content that likely caused a deboost according to Grok, you will find that even almost entirely innocent looking language can result in a deboost. And after I took in all this information, it now makes complete sense to me. When you look at some very large accounts and how quickly they grew, it's often that it's purely good vibes accounts that never strike a critical tone. And this is basically what the algorithm is tuned for. On a positive note, Grok thinks after taking these actions, there's a very high chance that I can recover the account, and this would make me continue sharing my research on X, obviously. Grok thinks that my content is of very high quality, and after I removed these problematic posts and discontinue using controversial language, there's a very high chance that my reach goes back to normal, to where it should be, given the size of my account that is about 47,000 followers. So the upside of all of this is not only the chance of recovering my account, but also pausing any interaction on X also means I have a lot more time to do more research. So when I'm back next week on X, there will be also a lot research that I can do in the interim. So my plan currently is to be back on X sometime middle of next week to make sure there is certainly enough time for the algorithm to reset. The only caveat to all of that is that all the subscriber posts remain completely untouched. I have not deleted any subscriber post. So I hope that any language that the algorithm thinks is controversial in those posts do not weigh too heavily. And I'm basically back to where I started before I went on this pause. But this pause is only for X. So what I intend to do is to post more content on YouTube in the interim, because obviously my inactivity, my forced inactivity on X does not affect my YouTube channel. So it's good to have the second channel. So you will see more posts on X, but because I cannot share them directly with my subscribers on X, or I cannot limit distribution to my subscribers on X, I will share all this research with everyone on YouTube in the interim. I didn't mean to waste your time with this video, but unfortunately the language to describe the situation would have added to my deboosting on X. And since I intend to pin this post to my profile so people know what's going on when they go to my subscriber space profile, I cannot include that language. If you don't believe me, I highly recommend use Grok to analyze the available information on the X algorithm, and you can ask it to confirm what I just explained to you. Thank you very much for listening. See you soon. Bye.